Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters Cast. We're going to be checking out some very awesome players today. So up the top left side of the map, it is going to be TaeJa, hailing from South Korea and playing for Team Liquid. And I think this is actually taken from DreamHack, so it's not the team tournament, it's just the normal tournament. If you can call anything coming out of DreamHack normal. But down the bottom right side of the map, his opponent is going to be Life, also from South Korea and playing for the Startail team. And I mean, both of these players extremely high level, and this may have even been taken from the grand final series of DreamHack Winter. It was a double elimination, so I think TaeJa met Life in the winners bracket, and then Life got knocked down, and then TaeJa met him again in the final, the grand final. So Life got knocked down to the losers bracket from the winners final, and then managed to win the losers final and to get back into the grand final series. So yes, very awesome. And yes, I do believe Life won at least a few games between those two series. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see who comes out ahead in this battle. We got the Fast Reaper coming out for TaeJa, and also the second supply depot, which is going out pretty fast. I guess he wants to stop any sort of Ling scouting going on in that area. And meanwhile, just pumping out workers. Looks like Life going for natural hatchery and into pool first. So yeah, pretty standard stuff. Not really much to talk about early on in this game. But man, I've been having a crazy weekend so far. I cast the grand finals of their first ever Hairy Bash yesterday. And let me just tell you, it's nuts, man. It's absolutely nuts. The grand final series. Yeah, just wait till you see it. You will understand why I was completely out of it after casting that, because it's so crazy. But I'll let you guys see when it finally comes out, and trust me, if it will be worth watching. So anyway, we got the Reaper coming down. Actually, he's on some. I see the hatchery's got the rally point set on this thing, so all the lings that get produced are going to go straight for the Reaper. The Reaper's doing a pretty good job though, but the Queen is out now, and this Reaper, man, is going to get smacked quite hard in the face, and definitely going to have to get out of there. Do we have a second Reaper? Does not look like it. It does not look like TaeJa is going for any more Reaper harass, just a single one for a bit of a scout, just a bit of annoyance as well, forcing Life to build those early lings just to stop the workers from being killed before the queens come out. And I mean, there's lings right now, they're not really all that helpful in the rest of the game. Maybe a little bit helpful, but not really, especially if he goes for something like roaches and stuff like that. But against Terran players, it usually is something like Mutaling. But here we go. He actually did build a second Reaper, he just decided not to send it out. So yeah, that's alright. Starport coming out, Tech Lab coming out. Is he going to put the Starport onto the Tech Lab, go for some fast Banshees? It's definitely a good strategy, which you've seen a lot from different players. They go for a bunch of Hellions, just bounce it up with a Banshee. We do have the double gas here, so it is looking like a definite possibility. Here he goes up to, there we go, the Starport's coming down. He's got 200 gas. And Cloak, yes, Cloak does cost about 100 gas, so he's going for the Cloak. And Life with a ton of queens, but with no spore crawlers that I can see. And his lair tech has not started yet, so once the Cloak comes down, he is going to be in a bit of trouble, because you either need spores or you need an Overseer, and you need a lair to have an Overseer, so not going to be working at all. Now this Overlord, man, I don't know if he's going to be able to make it over there, but if he does make it over, if he sees the Starport with the Tech Lab, then the jig is up for TaeJa right here. And I don't know. Well, let's have a look. Can we see? Where is Life? He's seen it. He's seen the Starport with the Tech Lab on it, and the game is up right there. So no Banshee has been produced yet. I think he's produced one, and it's on the way there. But what have we got here? Instantly 3 Spine Crawlers coming up for Life. So that Overlord Scout was absolutely crucial. And now, is he going for a lair as well? No, not quite yet. He's just getting the spores out here. He's got 1, 2. He's not got one out for his third base, so the Banshee could perhaps do some damage to that. But for now, I think his main bases should be okay. And even if the spores aren't in complete range of like this extractor or something, they'll provide enough detection for the Queens to be able to slam that guy. And here we go, actually coming in. The Hellions are going to have a bit of trouble here, but the Banshee trying to get some hits off on the Queens. The Queen's focusing on the Banshee. Got a Spore Crawler out here as well. I don't know if they can actually see the Banshee with this guy. They're probably not. The Queen's moving over to that Spore Crawler, and now they're doing the damage on that guy. One Queen goes down. The Banshee is an extremely low amount of health. And do we have a second Banshee on the field? We do currently have two. Where's the other one? There it is over there, and beautiful. Look at the shadow of the cloaked Banshee. It's all kind of weird and stuff. You can sort of see it. Yeah, look at that thing, man. It's hidden behind the other one, but that's a weird shadow. It's just sort of all fluffy and stuff like that. And I bet you that life cannot even see that shadow, man. But here we go. A bunch of links coming in. 1, 2 Marines defending. So there should be enough, and the Hellions coming back. And yeah, they're all going to get roasted out, so not too much happening so far. And I mean, I think that one Queen was really the only thing that went down from that harassment from TaeJa. So yeah, he's gonna have to do a little bit better with the Banshees if he wants to make them worth it. He does have a third Banshee. I don't know where that is. It's got to be around here somewhere. So yes, with the 2 Banshees coming out, we do have the Overseer though, and oh, the Banshee gets destroyed. The other Queen in a little bit of trouble, but it's going to retreat back to the Spore Crawler. And the Banshee choosing to take out a couple of workers. Managed to kill 3 of them. Just manages to get the 4th. Oh, that's beautiful. The range just gets so huge when they sort of get, they shoot and then move. Like that scoot and shoot or whatever the hell it's called. So you shoot and then you move away, and it seems like the range is just massive. Here comes the other Banshee as well. So TaeJa continuing to try and get the most he can out of these guys. In terms of the forces, it looks like Life is going for some sort of Muta Ling play. And it looks like TaeJa is going for just a crap load of Triple M with Widowmine support. So very, very standard plays from both players. The Link coming down here. The Hellions still on the map. And TaeJa will be trying to do something with those. But how well that goes down, I'm really not sure. Because sooner or later they'll just get surrounded by a ton of Lings, or the Mutas will get ambushed on top of them, or something like that will happen. They don't have blue flames, so they're not going to be able to do a crap load of damage to any Lings. Look at this one Ling right there. Oh, it does get taken out. If only he had Burrow, he could have forced TaeJa to use a scan, and that would have been worth something. But here we go. Link's coming in here. There's bitten off a bit more than they can chew, though. I don't think they can do something here, but they may be able to take out the Hellions. It looks like they probably will be able to. Just one Hellion left, but choosing not to go after that one. And yeah, that's fine. Banshee's actually taken a few pot shots on the way back, and it's pretty good. I mean, so far TaeJa's only managed to kill a few workers, the workers that were transferring. He hasn't really got into a main base and really done a lot of damage with the Banshees. And yeah, it looks like TaeJa's going for a 3rd base, which is a nice move. Life, of course, is going for his own 4th base over here. He's already taken down the rocks, and his creep spread is looking quite nice. So he's got a lot of buffer space to defend his bases, to see when the army is coming in. So there we go, Banshee coming in. Queen a bit out of position, but it is on creep, so should be able to back off. How many Mutas do we have? A total of 9. 9 Mutas. So that's not too bad, but I think Lings are going to have to do most of the work here. Bailing speed isn't quite there, but it's getting close. It's a bunch of Banshees there, so need to get an Overseer and a few Queens down there. Oh, Mutas. Sorry, we got Mutas, don't we? So Banshees don't have any hope at all of surviving this. Down they go. Nice scan coming down. The Link's coming in, trying to provide some support for the Bailings. And, oh, splash damage from the Widowmine, doing quite a lot of damage to the Marines, but they got a medevac, so they should be okay. And here we go. Do we have an Observer? Yes, we do. I think the Widowmine took out something there, but not a lot of splash damage being spread around, which is pretty good. Life still got the worker advantage by a small margin, though TaeJa has really been going nuts on the workers. And together with his mules, he's going to be quite okay as far as the income is concerned. Though he's actually lost quite a few workers just then. No, actually, I don't think he lost a few. I think Life just built a whole ton. They just built like 7 or so all at once, and it just went boom. So here we go. Oh man, Life, I think he's got the speed to avoid being outflanked here. Yeah, there he goes. But the Marines doing a nice hit on the Bailings and off creep. Oh, he's actually going to turn around. I don't know, this may be too many Marines to deal with. And the Widowmine's in there as well, losing all those Lings. Got quite a few Marines though. I think he killed like half of them, which is quite, it's quite impressive. But yeah, he's still doing alright, still doing alright. Our life is definitely ahead in terms of the army size. And yeah, it looks like we've only got 6 Marines at a time. He's building up extra barracks right now. And those are definitely going to be serving him well, because he really, really does need all those extra barracks to just really start pumping out the resources right here. He's up to 700 minerals. He could be spending those on Marines. Oh, where is your Overseer, Mutas? He doesn't want to go in there without the Overseer. Bunch of links coming in. Oh, and beautiful. 4 Widow Mines just getting absolutely annihilated there. Splash damage from the other Widow Mines actually killing them. And that is why you don't put Widow Mines right next to each other, because the splash damage from sending 1 Ling in there will wipe out all of your Widow Mines. It's quite bad. And, oh, more splash damage from the Widow Mines hitting the Marines. Not good at all. The Mutas have to worry, though. They are getting quite close to the Marine pack, but right now the Marines are still focusing on the ground units. However, when the ground units end up going and just being destroyed, that is when the Mutas start taking a lot of damage. Here we go. They're sticking it out, and some Ling reinforcements coming in. And this is an opportunity for Life to make something happen. Can he do it? There is a Thor out there. That is a lot of bad news. He's going to have to run away from that. 3 missile turrets at this base, and he's not going to be able to do too much there either. So Life managing to penetrate TaeJa's defenses, only to find missile turrets and Thors and God knows what everywhere. So he just has to retreat. They're doing a lot of damage. Meanwhile, a drop coming down here does get cleaned up eventually, but did take out a fair amount of workers. It looks like TaeJa did lose a fair amount of his own workers as well. He's down to 48, and he's starting to look a little bit capped on those. So definitely, oh, look at all these mules, man. That's got to be helping him out right there. But both players taking quite a hit to their economy. And the Mutas coming back, but that's a bad place for the Mutas to be going. He knows there's a ton of missile turrets here. There's a ton of missile turrets here as well. He can probably take out this 4th base with the Mutas if he knows about it. There is a couple of Lings coming in here, and just going to get shredded instantly. But 1 Ling manages to get by, sees the command center. That is a great job. The Mutas actually going for the missile turrets here, feeling like they have enough, and indeed they do. So Marine Force having to come in here and having to clean this up. But they're just going to scoop by, kill a couple of mules. More missile turrets here, and Life is taking so much damage to these missile turrets. Trying to penetrate them with his Muta forces. It's just not working out for them. Trying to get some splash damage off the supply depots. Can't quite fix that one up. The Muta's going straight over, right over a pack of Marines. Not a good idea at all. And Life, I feel like that was just a bit of a mistake right there. And these Muta's finally getting back out. And TaeJa, man, he's starting to get back into this. His economy, not that good. He needs to get a lot more workers out there. But he's doing a pretty good job as far as, as far as just the army is concerned. As far as taking care of all the guys being thrown against him. The Mutas, he's done a very good job against the Mutas so far. The Thor is definitely going to be quite awesome. We got a scan going down the main base as well. Actually, spots are getting into a hive, which almost certainly is going to mean ultras on the map. So, would not be surprised to see TaeJa start to switch over a bunch of his barracks onto tech labs instead of reactors. He's only got 2 on tech labs at the moment. He wants to have at least 4 or 5 on tech labs if he feels like he is facing infestors. But then again, this may just be to get the level 3 upgrades, because Life right at the moment does have 2 of everything. So he definitely wants to get 3 on everything, and that does mean he needs a hive. So nice drop up here. Relatively undefended. Couple of Links coming in, and they are not going to be able to do anything at all. Also got a scan coming down here. TaeJa clearing out some of the creep, and while the army is just pushed away. Bunch of Bailings actually coming down. Looks like they're going to try and take this force out. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I think he actually loses the vision once the creep tumors go out. So even when the creep's still there, yes, he can't see any of that. So he relies completely on the creep tumors to actually get vision, which is interesting. So here we go. Bailings. Look like the Bailings came around there. Actually did a lot of damage. Oh, the Mutas, but there's still way too many Marines in there. And man, that's just... Oh, here we go. The Bailings coming in, but the Thor doing a pretty good job against the Bailings, actually. Taking them out quite easily. And TaeJa deciding another Thor is definitely a good idea. So going to be sending one of those in as well. Do the Thors actually have upgrades? No, just 1 armor, which I suppose is done mainly for the medevacs purpose. But Novak's actually going to be taking quite a bit of damage here. And look at the Mutas coming in and just going to be shredding that Thor. Finally, Life has got sick of the Thor and is going to be moving out. And here we go, it's level 3 armor. I don't think we're going to see Ultras anytime soon. It doesn't look like he's interested in going for them. But he's definitely interested in defending this base. I don't know if he can save it though. The health is just too low. He's going to send out everything. Getting some very, very, very nice fungals as well. But the ground forces are pretty much all dead. Mutas have to back off. And the Baneling's coming out. This is the last attempt he possibly has. I don't think it's going to be enough. Bungie Marines coming in. And some last minute Lings going to come out and try and save it. Do we have an Overseer here? We do not have an Overseer. And this is going to be quite horrific if he does not have an Overseer here in the next minute or so. Because that is a lot of Widow Mines and they could do a lot of damage. So where is your Overseer? He's building one right now. He needs to get that over there ASAP. Another Thor shows up. We do have some reinforcing Banelings coming up though. And, oh yes, here we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff here. The Banelings trying to get in, trying to chase the big pack. Don't quite get it. The Mutas come in, take out the Thor, but they lose a lot of Mutas in the process. Going after the Marines. The Widow Mine's still just doing a ton of damage in here. And where is that Overseer? I just do not know. I just do not know. And it looks like the base is finally going to go down. Nice fungal going down these forces, and the Hatchery is still alive, but it's got to be going down the next second. There we go, one shot from the Marauder does take it out. And now the macro is going nuts for TaeJa, man. He's going absolutely ballistic. And Life is going to have a start to be in a lot of trouble here. There we go, gets a nice fungal off on these guys. Overseer, I can't see it anywhere. Maybe it got taken out. It is somewhere. It's over there, just chilling out. Get the Overseer over there. No, he just decides it's just too much. And Life gives the GG there. So, I thought he had a chance there. But once that Terran macro starts kicking in off 4 bases, just so many barracks constantly pumping out units, it's very, very hard to deal with that. Very, very hard. And TaeJa, of course, one of the best. So, congratulations to him for taking this game out. I mean, Life had the right idea going for Infestors, but he couldn't deal with that increased macro, and that was it, game over. So, and in Fungals plus Banelings are a really, really good counter to that, but he just couldn't get it in time, couldn't get it up, and in the end had to GG. So there we go, beautiful game. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Hairy Muppet. I hope you enjoyed this game.